USA, helping you get paid every day. This is the boss of Bitcoin, the crypto. It's your boy BK. And if you don't like me, you must not like money. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Today is January 16th, 2018. And as you know, Bitcoin is getting drop kicked down the charts right now, sitting right above $11,000. Just think 2-3 weeks ago, we was trying to crack 20,000. Then it got cracked upside the head and drop kicked, karate chopped down to half its size. But I tell you what, you know what I'm saying? When other people running in one direction, I turn around, I stop and I look, I say, well, what can I do? Where's the opportunity? How can I make this beneficial instead of a detriment? You know, and as long as you have that positivity about you, as long as you take this as a opportunity to 1, learn, 2, participate, 3, profit, then you will be in a much better situation, regardless of the outcome as it unfolds. This is your first time tuning in. Congratulations, baby. You are now rocking with the best. My name is BK. You know me as the crypto trader, and I am the boss of these charts, as you will soon find out. Every day I grace this microphone with my voice is another day you get to profit as a result, and today is no exception. So if you're just now tuning in, you might want to go ahead and smash that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? 21,000, I believe, at this point, subscribers, you know, growing every day, 200 countries and counting. We are empowering the world through fractal harmonics and financial trend forecasting. It's a pretty amazing thing, right? So now we're going to jump over into our Facebook group. It is called the #1 Bitcoin group in the world. Just type it in on Facebook. That is really the name, #1 Bitcoin. And since today is January 16th, I'm gonna add up those numbers. 1, 1, 2, 6, 8. Let's go 8 from the top and pick our winner for some free Ethereum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I believe I said I was picking 2 people today. So we gonna go 8 again from Alan. So Alan, send me your Ethereum wallet. And I know I misspelled it, but that's okay. Let's count down again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bam! Lante, what's going on? Do me a favor, you guys. Send me your wallet, and I will send you a couple bucks of ETH as a token of my appreciation. Every day I try to give away 5, 10, you know, sometimes more. This weekend I gave away a couple $100 for our community appreciation video. You know, that's my goal. If that's the price I got to pay to empower the world, then by golly, I'll pay it. You know what I'm saying? And everybody will be better off. If that's all it takes, $5, $10 a day to teach people that they can make some money in the markets and change their life. Well, guess what? I'll put that down 7 days a week, you know? And that's what we got coming. My man Ronald just jumped in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen you in a while. What's going on? Thank you, Big Ron, longtime supporter, just showing you some love as well. Thank you, sir, for that support. You know, and it's just that easy, guys. The money that I get, you know, in the chat and, you know, the super chat and, you know, different things like this, a lot of it I turn right back around and give out on this channel. So again, if you haven't done it already, jump in our Facebook group right there. There is a link in the description. It's called the #1 Bitcoin group in the world. It's the post right there. This is our video, and let's go ahead and make this money. What's up? Who wants some free Bitcoin? You know what I'm saying? Who want it? They giving it away. Who want it? Wall Street is giving out money every day. Who want it? You know, I tell you what, when I was sitting in the classroom listening to how to trade 30 years of my life for for a salary and a pension, you know, I forgot the fact that when you have so much money, you got to give some of it away. It just slipped through the cracks, right? And that's exactly what we take advantage of with the 7 over to 77. As long as Wall Street has all the money, which they do, 97% of all money is owned by banks. And they're dumb enough to speculate on it, trade on it, you know, think they can make more on the market. Well, guess what? By golly, we dumb enough to use the 7 and 77 and take it right back. This is guaranteed money. As long as they are the 77, by definition, we will beat them when we use the 7. This is just simple mathematics, you guys. They can't beat us. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. But in the meantime, let's make some quick money. And let's show you a few tools you can use right now, today, right now, to maximize your effectiveness at getting some of this money back. Compliments of Google. So, in actuality, this is platforms that Google has that we will be looking at right now to facilitate our process of accumulating Bitcoin against the market, right? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to google.com. I'm going to show you how this works, guys. There's 2 or 3 tools I'm going to show you depending on how much time we got. But it was interesting. You know, I told you guys that, you know, sitting down at Notre Dame, I actually had a few lectures from the, I think it was director of operations for North America for Google. And he came in our class, showed us all these, you know, little platforms that they have for people to use. This is public knowledge. That's the thing about Google. The only way it works is because it's public knowledge. You can, you know, leverage any of the data that Google has, right? As long as you know how to use it, right? One of them is this little search bar right there, right there. Nobody ever really does this, right? This is called sentiment analysis. Just by typing in Bitcoin, you can begin to understand the sentiment. How do people feel about it? What are they thinking? What is the first searched term? Well, those 2 are mine, so we can just remove those right away. But when people type in Bitcoin, what comes next, right? You can say, you can even phrase questions. Why is Bitcoin? And then you can do something like that. Look at that. Why is Bitcoin? Google fill in the blank. Why is Bitcoin dropping? Why is it going up? Why is it falling? Why is it worth money? Why is it so expensive? Right? This begins to give you an idea of the collective consciousness that represents all those little bitty candles we see on the chart. Because the same people that's buying those candles, you know, the same people engaged in the market that fills those candles are the same people that's researching Bitcoin before it comes up, right? Let's see. Right. And so that just begins to show you, you know, the capabilities of qualitative assessment. So you can see just by these 2 right now, well, really, honestly, right there, bam, why is Bitcoin dropping? That means it's more people concerned about it going down than they are about it going up. And if we just take 2 out of 3, 2 out of top 3 terms are negative in connotation, which means the impact on that market should be, you know, negative as well, right? Like attracts like. If you are fearful, then more than likely you'll attract things that you actually fear, right? Why is Bitcoin dropping? Why is it falling? Guess what? That's exactly what it's doing. Thank you. You know, I think, therefore I am. Like, this is where it comes from. But with that being said, that's just one tool, you guys, to start to put together a little bit of depth to your eclectic understanding of the market, right? And now let's check out a few more. Let's bring this over a little bit. Somebody just said it in the chat. Y'all beat me to it. I'm getting there. Don't give away. Don't give it away. Don't put the cart before the horse. Let me build it up. Another thing you can click on, which is dynamic sentiment, kind of builds it all together, is Google News, right? I'm not one to take too much time listening to the bobbleheads, but on days like today, when, you know, major things are happening in the market, I just like to know the general energy, the feeling, the emotion behind it, right? Because a lot of times that will point you in the direction of the underlying correlation, right? And maybe if you can pinpoint the time in that correlation when that event happened, you can therefore pinpoint a time to where it'll end, right? And we will get there, trust me, on this video, right? So you just, again, type in Bitcoin, go over to Google News now, and here they have the latest events from Twitter, you know, major bobblehead media organizations, right? This person, CNBC, claims Bitcoin futures dropped 20%. Digital currency 6-week low. 12 reasons it could fall below $1,000. This person should be fired from Forbes. But again, you got to take it for what it's worth. Forbes magazine is one of the top publications in the world. And this idiot said it could drop below $1,000. Here's 12 reasons. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, these are all built into the market, right? But then here you go, two stories later, Bitcoin headed to 100,000 in 2018. You know, which one is it? Who knows? You know, this is what the market has built into every single candle, every single exchange, every single transaction has accounted for every single one of these stories, every single one of these fear, uncertainties, doubts, love, eclectic, you know, moments, right? And so it's good just to, from a high level, to kind of browse through and say, okay, well, is it positive or negative? Ah, drug money. No, we don't want that. No, you know? And a lot of times you can just tell from the top 2 or 3, you know, which direction the market is being pushed to, right? Which way it's being suggested, right? 6-week low, breaks underweight of regulatory, right? You know what I'm saying? Fall below 1,000. So that tells you right now it's top-down pressure on this thing, which comes from a negative sentiment association, right? Let me see if it pops up, because last time when I had typed in that Bitcoin price, another thing popped up, but we'll come to that at the end. And the last one of the other things I wanted to show you guys, and this one is actually really cool. This is why I did this video. It's called Google Trends, right? Again, all of this is free, accessible information. Type it in. You can literally look up any Google search you want, and they will show you the history of that search, basically chart it out for you and let you look at how many people searched it, when did they search it, how popular is it, boom, 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 right? So again, they have these bobblehead globetrotter distractions that they want you to look at. We don't need to do that. We're focused on money, not on distractions. So you don't need to look that up. You don't need to click on that one. Don't do it. Just a waste of your time. But here you go. Here you go. Look at this, though. Look at this. Stories trending now. Wow, that's the first time I've actually seen 2 of the top 3 charts on cryptocurrency. Guess what else is up there? Another bobblehead distraction. So this is just something to take note of. One of the things I like to do is really look at all of the big variables, right? So one term is Bitcoin, right? So let's just type that in so we kind of get a baseline of what the market looks like for Bitcoin searches, right? We can see that we kind of hit a high point right there, May 27th. Let's write that date down, May 27th. We hit like a relative high point for searches, right? Then it came back down again, down again, down again, and bam, did this double top again. What did I tell you about the double top formation? Right there, September 16, hit another one. And then most recently had another double top right there, bam, bam, December 23rd, right? So I'm just gonna write those days down. And let's jump over to Coin Market Cap. Let's see if those days have any significance. Click on Bitcoin's chart. Everything was after May. So we can just go 1 year. And we said May 27th. Let's shrink that down a little bit. May 27th, right around that time, is when interest stopped in that Bitcoin search. You see that? That was kind of this first peak right here, right? It went from 11 to 19, back down to 13. May 28th, it was done. What did the price do? May 27th, had the most searches. Oh, it was a little too late. So what does that mean? That means that week was when the interest peaked, right? Between May 21st and May 27th, the market got tired of searching for Bitcoin, right? May 21st, Bitcoin, $2,000. May 25th, Bitcoin, $2,500, 27th, bam, go to sleep, right? So you can start to use Google Trends to understand the limits of interest and therefore engagement in cycles in the market. Same thing. Let's look at September 10th to September 16th. Let's slide this down a little bit. Look at this. September 10th, Bitcoin 4,000. September 16th, Bitcoin 3,000. Didn't look like much, but during that time was actually from $5,000 back down to almost 32. I remember that. A lot of people were kind of scared that time, right? So again, Google Trends almost nails that segment right there. And then it slowly picks back up, right? Until what was the last one? December 23rd. Look at that. 20th, 23rd, we're at 15.2. And that was the ending day, I'm pretty sure. So actually, we started right here between December 3rd, we started to go down. We hit a little bubble there, and December 17th. So essentially, the 3rd to the 17th was a rather double bubble there. December 17th. Let's look at that. Look at that. Wow. That's when it peaked out, literally. Like that's when people stop searching for something, that means they're no longer interested in it, right? I guarantee you every hedge fund manager was looking up Bitcoin at this moment in time because they were like, oh my God, we're about to break 20,000. We should have got in. I told my manager to buy it at $3,000. He did it. We bought it at 12. Now we're at 19. What do we do? You know, this is literally what people do because people don't know, because people's Wall Street chooses not to understand that everything is interconnected. They choose to understand the moment and they operate for a profit. Most of every entity listed on Wall Street is a corporation. By definition, it is a dead entity, corporation. So it has no collective, eclectic understanding, right? Where in actuality, we as, you know, like-minded individuals can see that this was the end of one cycle, the beginning of another. And this was probably not the best time to buy. Remember, guys, I tell you every single day, we buy in the red and we sell in the green, right? And so you can see firsthand just off, you know, this little Google Trends chart, you could have swung between 40 and 60% Bitcoin just by selling the relative highs. Right? That's it. Free Bitcoin, free money, Google Trends right now. Check this out. Let's look up Bitcoin. I don't know if you guys noticed, what was the second phrase most used after Bitcoin? Anybody remember? I'm in the chat right now. Do anybody remember? If you type in Bitcoin on Google, what word auto populates most often? Right there, Bitcoin price. But let's take this one off, right? Because Bitcoin price is kind of like the natural feel for Bitcoin. I guess traders are more interested in Bitcoin price than they are Bitcoin, right? Because they need to know how much money they got on the table. So Bitcoin price equals Bitcoin for traders. Let's compare it to this one. Check this out. Look at this. These things almost mirror each other on influx points just based off the natural selection of the market. June 11th, Ethereum capped out at, actually, let's go all the way back here. When was this? May 21st, Ethereum took off with respect to Bitcoin searches. So let's just pull up F and look at the chart. May 21st. Look at that. Oh, no, I think 1 year. May 21st is when the Ethereum searches took off. May 21st, what happened? Ethereum broke through all-time highs of $120 all the way up to $380 on June 18th. What does the chart look like? Ethereum going up every single week to when? June 17th. And it goes right back down. What happened on July 30th? Bitcoin was higher than Ethereum. That's interesting. What happened on July 30th? We basically broke support here. For those of you that know technical analysis, I can't, let me see if I could do this real quick. This was basically a support line for us. And right around that time, we broke support only to go down. Exactly right around that time, right when those paths crossed, is when Ethereum broke support, went all the way down, and most recently has started to go up. What happened right around the middle of November? You guessed it. Ching, ching, ching. Back up. Bam. Right? This isn't Google Trends. This is the collective conscience. This is people typing into Google, self-interested, biased, inherently greedy, fearful, uncertain, and doubted. This is people. You can use Google to make free money. All you have to do is sell the highs, buy the lows. Notice the crosses. Does that sound familiar? Right? Hold on. And so there you go. There you go. Now we're in a situation right over here to where they're about to cross again. But what's going to happen? Ethereum's about to be more searched than Bitcoin, probably inside of a week. What does that mean? What does that look like? What can we expect? We can expect a break from the norm. And Bitcoin more than likely will be testing support right there, right around that segment. And Ethereum will be breaking through it, right? And I know this is on CoinMarketCap. This is basically a freehand drawing, but you can see that we have a downward channel in Bitcoin. We have an upward channel on Ethereum. And more than likely, just like they crossed over here, they're going to cross again right over here. So for the foreseeable future, probably 2 to 3 months, all you got to do is look at, well, how long did this cycle last? It started in July and lasted through, January. For the foreseeable, that time segment doubled out. That's when Ethereum will be more searched than Bitcoin, which in turn, more than likely will mean that it will outpace Bitcoin's growth. What does that look like on the chart? That looks like the 7 above the 77 and the 77 above the 231. And that is how you use Google to make you some free BTC like a boss. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Everybody is jumping on these videos right now to try to figure out what happened and, what Roger Ver said, who Charlie Lee tweeted, what missile got shot down over Hawaii. I'm not here to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is that look at the data, look at the numbers, look for the patterns. And when you do that, when you cut the TV off and cut the numbers on, everything starts to make sense. When you sit there and listen to the bobbleheads on TV talk for 24 hours a day, don't nothing make sense. And that's exactly where they want you, fat, dumb, and stupid. But I'll tell you something, we as a people are a little bit smarter than that, because we as a people are the one that built those satellites, that put the infrastructure together, that paved the way for society to be moved forward. And this blockchain is the latest iteration of that process, right? And Google has all that information available and accessible free of charge, right? And that's why we use it, to make money. Because if these fools are dumb enough to bet against us, then we dumb enough to take it. We use the 7 and 77. We look behind the scenes to understand the collective conscious. What do the people think, right? And when we understand that, now we know what we're looking for on the charts. And I guarantee you, over the next 3 months, ETH will be beating Bitcoin on average. Why? Because the people expect it to happen. This is already written, just like we draw our basic trend lines. We got a baseline right there. Bitcoin's going to do something like that. And inside of 2 to 3 ticks, that shift will happen. And so a lot of people are asking, what should they look to buy? Well, this is probably something you want to look to. Something that is naturally on track to beat Bitcoin. We don't care about dollars. We care about Bitcoin. So if you buy Ethereum over the next month or so, you will be accumulating more Bitcoin as a result. And then when Bitcoin comes back, you know, and the circle jerk boys on Wall Street want to put their money into it, then that's when the dollars will flow back into it. I don't care about dollars. If dollars were made to get you rich, you'd already be rich. So let's transition our value. Let's look to something, you know, that has a foreseeable future and a scalable interface and protocol and technology. And let's put our value into that, right? That being said, that's all I got for this video. I just wanted to be real quick to the point. You know, I didn't want to do any charts for a reason, because you don't need the charts if you understand the collective, right? That's the biggest thing. So if you are in the chat right now, do me a favor, shout your country out. I'm coming back in 30 seconds for you guys. If you are new to the scene, you know what I'm saying? Glad to have you on board. Welcome to the money team. It's just that easy to get paid, baby. You go to bossupbitcoin.com. You go see my man on the right-hand side, suited and booted, looking like the American dream. They said it's a hard job being a boss. Somebody got to do it. I think he do it pretty well. #1 Bitcoin group in the world. The doors are always open. 20,000 members, and it's 100% free. Cryptopolis report is really one of the best lists I've been able to put together. And I'll tell you a secret. Ethereum is on that list. If Bitcoin is gold, then Ethereum is steel, right? And we are rebuilding civilization. So if for all you engineers out there, you understand what steel did for the Industrial Revolution. Well, Ethereum is steel, right? So we had the gold rush, you know, of 2014, 2012, and now we about to have the Industrial Revolution, all back to back, rolled up together, called Bitcoin and Ethereum. Cryptopolis report 10 coins that will change the future. We will be looking at $1 trillion market cap before the end of this year. So if you are just getting set up, you know, $35, this list will be yours, and you will see inside the building of that process. The dream team, also made up of a lot of great coins, most of them down 40, 50, 60% right now. And a lot of good buys on that list as well. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into our chat right now to see who we got rocking out with us right now. Miss 90 Crypto holding it down for New Zealand. I know Big Shy Boss walking on the West Coast. Market Ranger, what's going on? Here we go. Australia, Canada, USA, OH10, Colorado in the building. Utah, Sac Town is big right now. Miami Beach, Juan Carlos. I got to get his man a blue font. This is our latest mod to the group, Mr. Juan Carlos. Thank you for all you do, sir. I appreciate the support. Big Shot, what up? ATL via Amsterdam. George in Mexico. Viva, one time, what's going on? Phoenix. Let's see. You know what I'm saying? Chula wanted to come say hi, so let's go ahead and give her some FaceTime. She's been over there chilling the whole time. She just got up and wanted to come say hello. Poland, shout out to Endahash too. Let me go ahead and jump over here. I completely forgot about this. Let's see. Because I always like to reach out to the people that reach out to me, you know. So shout out to Miss Barbara over there at Endahash, who is on the Huffington Post top 99. I think it's women in business, fintech, finance, something like that. But it was really amazing just being able to travel over there, learn about the country, the team, you know. And I know she's doing a lot of great things. Endahash ICO will be launched. Well, the ICO is done, but the token will be launched on Hit BTC, I think January 23rd, I want to say. I'll talk more about it, but it will be this month. So that's very exciting. Shout out to Barbara. Congratulations, you know, on a successful project, successful launch, you know, and thank you for having me involved, right? Chula appreciates it as well. We gotta get Chula in the hash token. There we go. Cool. Good deal. With that being said, guys, it's that time of the day. Signing out. This the boss. Boy BK and Chula. No matter where you stay, Brazil, the Bay, California. Good night, good morning, and good day. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your time. Like, subscribe, and share. Text this video to somebody you care about. Do that for me if you appreciate mine. Till we meet again, stay cryptic, y'all. Peace.